Greetings, fellow Legionnaires. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech We Are Legion, episode 24. Nobody left to tend. Alright, I'm removing these walls so that I can replace it with jade, but it is going to cause them to be ugly for a minute. Was there more jade? I think that was in the other map tile. I think I've tapped the jade here. Yeah. I've tapped the jade here. I think I calculated how much jade I needed. Let's hope I'm right. Ooh, exotic trader. Good. Nice. That room's almost 120, which is the amount that you want for a ritual room. Okay, Calces is a no. So I'm going to start off by gene scanning her. Seeing if we can't get some of those good Neanderthal genes. So in terms of the Neanderthal genome, there's cold tolerant, heat tolerant. I also wouldn't be a terrible idea to get some negative genes as well. Like poor intellectual, poor social, poor shooting to offset. Like if I got poor shooting, I could mix it with the jogging to implant on Turtle, because Turtle's already a brawler, so poor shooting wouldn't really matter for him. So we'll see what we get, and I gotta power that up. Also, in the next unstable patch, if you have unpowered gene extractors, after 12 hours, they will eject the person. So they can't be used as like prisoner holdings indefinitely, which is something that could have been done up until now. Which is probably for the best. Dark vision paired with high libido furry tail and light gray skin. Floppy ears. Heat weakness, roar voice, Hulk body. No, I don't really care about any of that. Give me the Insane Lance, but I don't have money. So I'll sell some of my plasteel. And Bryce, you can equip this. Nice. As far as clothing goes, let's also now allow heavy fur for the clothing that we want. Sell plasteel. It's not like that stuff falls from the sky. Yeah, totally doesn't fall from the sky. I'd be worried if I didn't have 2 underground sources of it, plus the literally when it fell from the sky. Oh, you are seriously hypothermic, and you're okay. We're just gonna capture you because you're about to die from the hypothermia because you're impid and very fragile as a result. What should I prioritize for crafting? Bionics, armor, weapons, mechs. It's pretty clear that I'm kind of in a holding pattern, waiting for things to happen at the moment. Oh, good. 4 people got the flu. Yeah, thanks for the reset. Here at last. I appreciate it. So we'll feed her and try to tame her. I don't know what we're going to be doing with her. I'll have you guys vote on that. So you just voted for me to tame her. So the 4 that got the flu, Bryce, Turtle, Diamond, Azzy. Okay. So basically all of my doctors. Rise on bed rest, Diamond on bed rest, Azzy on bed rest, and Turtle on bed rest. Klein, I'm gonna have you preach health to Diamond because he is going to be doing a lot of the doctoring, and therefore less bed rest. No, don't romance. Not what I meant to do. What am I drinking tonight? Water. High quality H2O. Whoa, that's not that med. Nope, nope, no sir. Hold on. And then you also need a rest. I guess I will have Azzy and Diamond trade. It's really annoying when both of your doctors get hit by the same disease, though. It looks to me like mechs are gonna win. And we extracted heat tolerant. Okay. A gift of plasteel. Nice. Isn't that what I sold them, though? That's pretty weird. So let me explain a little bit of the mech. So that you know what kind of decisions, what kind of mechs we're making. The standard mechs, which would be Tunneler, Scyther, or actually the basic mechs for military would be only the Militors, only require components in steel to be able to be made. The standard mechs require me to scan the brains non-fatally in order to make standard mechs. Some of the standard mechs, like, let me go to the gestator here. So it depends on the mechs, but if, the symbols that you see over there, if it's the golden symbols, if it's the red symbols are standard subcores, which are brain scanned. And then if it's the gold symbols, it's a high subcore, which means that someone has to die to make that kind of mech. Which means that I would have to put my prisoners through a fatal process. So if you want me to start making legionaries and centurions, I have to kill prisoners for it. So I just wanted to explain that before I have you decide on what mechs to make. I'm fine killing my prisoners for that purpose. And then, of course, if you want me to make Diaboluses or War Queens or Centurions, not only do I have to kill someone, I also have to kill a boss. So a Centurion, for instance, I have to kill a War Queen for. A Diabolus, I already have one, but I could have another. I have to kill 2 Diaboluses for, and a War Queen I have to kill an Apocryton for. Or actually, yeah, an Apocryton. So what mechs to make? Basic, core, standard, core, high, core, or boss chip. So basics only require steel and components. Standards require steel components and brain scans. High require steel components, brain scans that kill people. And boss chips require all of the above, more or less. Just so that you make an informed decision. 2.5 minutes on that. Because then that kind of determines whether we... I think what I'm going to do, one way or another, is scan Kelsey's. Because... And then if you want her rip scanned, I can always rip scan her. But I need components for that. My component count is really miserable right now. So, Bryce, while you have the flu, I'm going to stick another leg in you. With our sick doctor, but I think he's skilled enough that it doesn't matter. Crisis of belief. Oh, come on. He now believes in a different ideology, higher than he was before. Aren't we feeding you? No, I guess we're not feeding you. Oh god, why aren't we feeding you? No, Jet, that's not your food. Wait, why are we delivering them? What the heck? Non-travel meals. Yeah, why are we delivering them raw food? Klein, just because you're a pigskin that doesn't eat meals doesn't mean everyone else is. That almost sounds like a bug. What is Turtle's running speed? He's sick, so I don't really know. Something. Due to his flu, it's lower than it normally would be, so I can only answer you when the flu is cleared. It's faster than average, though. He's faster than most people. My lord, why are you feeding these people such weird food? Oh, there was a Davos rename request? Sure thing. Sorry, I missed that. I did miss both. I had a different, Do I ever plant more hill root? I have a farm field of it, but no, I haven't planted more yet. Guess I could get that going too, because I think my farm bots aren't really doing very much right now. So, high core. Got it. What high core mech to make? So the high core mechs would be a Tesseron, which is like the laser beamers. Legionary, which is like a shielded sniper. Gunner, burner, blaster. Those are the high cores. Yeah, those are the high cores. So what high core mechs? Gunner, burner, blaster, legionary, or Tesseron. Does wild man have a different food restriction? Yeah, they're wild, so that you don't... The food restrictions on wild people aren't really the same because you have to tame them. You don't feed them like you would normally. So they eat kind of whatever as a result, which is weird. But once tamed, we'll have to also re-imprison and convert. Just the way it be. We almost have the mech band antenna. I think because I had queued up some of the moisture pumps are just eating all of the components that I had spare. Yeah, I still even have more moisture pumps, TBD. I think what I'm going to do is actually... I'm going to take Civil off of the component bench. Well, that oddly didn't work. Any human. Okay. Because Klein will do it faster, and I can also work drive Klein. Because it's nice to have a robot be able to manufacture, but, like, he's just hogging the bench. How's the power situation? I am 1,500 watts in the positive, and I still have a geothermal generator yet to make. So, totally fine on power. So if we are scanning calces, I am going to skip the soft scanner and go straight for the rip scanner. Which means I need components for that as well. Need another bench? Yeah, maybe at some point. I'll make another one. Azzy, you are breaking advanced components. Oh, that's cute that you think that I would allow that. Feral Wolf, thank you for the sub. Alright, you're gonna break a rocket swarm launcher? How about I just arrest you? Cut it out. There. And then release. All right, Legionary. Got it. And we'll be working towards the Legionary. All right, Azzy, you good? I know you've been in prison or whatever, but you were naughty. Oh, Klein, sorry. Cancel caravan for me. While you're already like halfway up the map. That does not look... Oop, that, yep. It's the wrong meds. I think because she was briefly imprisoned, it changed her medicine priority. I'm glad that you could catch me on YouTube, Twitch from YouTube. Ravenously hungry. Yeah, I've been doing a bad job keeping them doctored. That would be my fault. I'm a little worried for Bryce, though. Due to the fact that he's an Impid and being untreated, I might need to put him through a biosculpt cycle just to keep him up and conscious. Oh, wait, you should not be making freaking clothing? Oh, any human. Civil, every time I check, you have a new way that you're making me sad. Civil's like, what? Then I have nothing left to do. You're right. Go recharge. That's weird. Why aren't you recharging on the mech recharger? What is going on? I don't know. You're set to recharge. You just choose to go dormant. Okay. I won't fight it. So, Klein, if I have you deprioritize wardening... Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to have Klein sit on the bench for a bit. Oh, Vice was heading there and had it reserved. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, here we go. A raid. Oh, God, I feel really bad for these raiders. So even though I'm down to, like, a very minimum amount of people... Having a Diabolus against a bunch of tribal Impids is going to be hilarious. I am still very worried on Bryce, though. I'm going to let him wander a little bit longer and then, like, super try to tend to him. But the concern is that he just wanders around and gets real sick as a result. It's hard to lead these shots, but... Excuse you, don't blow backwards. Nope, timer in, got on fire. No, don't do that, don't bother. Set medical quality for Bryce already? Yeah, I could set him to, like, glitter. I have spare glitter. I can always pick up more at an Ancient Danger if I need it. Enjoy the burn. Splat. There goes there. Let's get you next. I guess technically this is raid, so should be in red. Not much of a raid though, guys. You seem to be running. Where are you going? Where are you going? Let's chase him down. So there are some people to be rip scanned. There's this little cannibal. And then you, who's gonna die real soon. So I'm gonna have Crit, you're gonna go help that out. Tar, you're gonna go chase down Dov, Juve, whatever their name is. Nope, nope, they're dead. Well, at least they brought me Jade. Firefight the animatry? Well, I don't care about the animatry. Let it scream. A psychic droner. No thanks. Oh, you know, it's actually not that hard to deal with, but... So I'm gonna have you guys vote on that. It's enough fire that it's gonna start raining because there's no forced weather event. So I don't even really need to worry about it. You're eating a... that's dark. I guess one of them died because they bled out too quick, and she's eating the corpse. Yep. I think that's the cannibal, too. Are you a cannibal that's getting eaten? I can't even... You are the cannibal that's getting eaten. Okay. Well, I guess that's poetic justice. I noticed that one of them had a cannibal trait, so... Haha! Insert... Kelsey's. It will kill her. Yeah, I don't care. That's kind of the point. And then Thusnath, or whatever their name is, will gene scan and then insert into the rip scanner. Because I'm not really keen on a pyromaniac. So let's start extracting genes. And Bryce has snapped out of it, which is good. So once he goes to a hospital bed, I'm going to have him rest in this hospital bed. I will have Diamond tend with Glitter World. And then Klein will preach health once it comes off cooldown. So how far behind are you? Oh, you're not that far behind. You'll be alright. Only 52 out of 54. That's no problem at all. So I'm going to drop the med quality down to herbal next. So the first robot we're going to do is a Legionary. And then I'm going to have you vote on the second one, because we have 2 high cores to be able to be used here. So here's the poll for the other one. Oh, she's one of my colonists? Yeah, no, she isn't. Alright, Mr. Foxes. Let's have you go burn the colonist that I don't want. Oh. Nope, did not win that fox's quest. One of the foxes, because of the, because my doctors got the flu, no one was tending the foxes, and one of the foxes died from blood rot. Yeah, Randy knew exactly how to make me fail that quest. It's stupid. I should have thought of that with the 2 sick doctors that no one was doctoring the foxes. Whatever. Why I usually avoid taking care of animals, because you don't get warnings about it. I'm not even gonna accept that quest. I'm too busy. Won't be bothered by that. No, I'm not touching animals in this stream, in this series. I don't want pets. I'm not doing pets. Pets suck. As far as I'm concerned, for the raid calculations, pets that can haul count as, like, colonists, which ramp up the raid difficulty, but there aren't animals in RimWorld that provide more benefits than humans do, so it's... Unless it's a series about ranching, I just don't bother with animals. They're more pain in the butt than they are worth, and that is my opinion that will never change. You know, after having dealt with the Gao, oh my god, are they ever a pain in the butt. Alright, so we're going to do a Legionnaire and a Tesseron. Got it. And this is proof. You know, how much human effort did we put into these stupid foxes only for the quest to fail anyway, right? It's like, I don't know, we could have saved so much time not doing that. So much energy, so much effort. That and animals are really difficult to heal, right? So when they suffer like lost limbs, it's like, oh, okay. So either we just like euthanize you or you're just permanently useless forever and ever and ever. Which is another reason why I don't bother with animals, because there's no, without mods, there's no animal bionics to put legs back, or eyes, or jaws, or anything else, right? So scars you can heal, sort of, but you would need, you know, like, heal mech, they're just expensive to upkeep. They're fragile, they're problematic, and I won't bother with them unless I'm forced to bother with them. Because they're annoying. I just find animal husbandry in RimWorld mostly annoying, with very little benefit. So diamonds out of the woods for flu. That's good. You are going to be put into the scanner. So insert you. All right, and let's start these scans. So we have a Legionary coming. So for that, I need more components. And I was going to have Klein. Oh, I think the... Yeah, Civil locked the bill for components. That's what was going on. And then we'll also get a Tesseron. Is there any text to increase the charge speed of the mechs? No. It would be cool if you were able to, like, stack it like that. You know, like this. But as far as I know, that doesn't work. I mean, that works for the Android tiered mod, but it doesn't work in this Biotech DLC. So you're just stuck at scanning it. Whatever scan speed I mean, it's 50%. It's not that slow, but as far as I know, there's no way to speed it up. Yeah, you completely forgot you can't put bionics in animals. Yep. It's one of the reasons why I just don't bother with animals. Because once they're injured, it's extraordinarily cost-prohibitively expensive to fix it. So basically, they're useful until they become injured once, and then they lose their use very, very, very quickly. And that's why you don't tend to see me ranch or get animals or any of that. Maybe a few egg layers, but that's about it. So with the last mech band antenna getting done, soon I will have, I can call in a mech boss of your choosing. Yeah, once they become injured, they become lunch. Yeah. I mean, the only reason to, like, tame animals in my book is, like, if you butcher tamed animals, you get more yield from them than if you just hunted them in the first place. So, like, tame and then slaughter. Like, I could see doing that. But until RimWorld updates, where, like, animals can be put back together, like mechs can, or like humans can, now that there's mechs, everything that animals used to do for you, like, mechs can do better, right? Like, animals can't make you lunch or make components, you know? And they don't tank as well as a tunneler or a diabolus. And you can't draft them directly. Like, what can animals do that mechs can't? At this point, with the addition of mechs in the Biotech DLC, every benefit that animals used to provide, mechs do better than animals. Like, they used to be, like, pretty good haulers if you needed more haulers. But lifter bots are way better at it, because they don't sleep, they don't eat, they work non-stop. You break them and you just revive them. They get damaged and you repair them, and then they charge up near instantly. Oh, it's perfect. You don't bond with them and then suffer mood penalties for when they die. Because that's another problem, is when you really lean into doing, like, animal husbandry, if you have a bunch of, like, battle pets and you form bonds with them, then you're just going to have a bunch of massively psychotic break people when their pets inevitably die, because that's just how it is. Caravans would be, yeah, caravan hauling and caravan speed would be the only reason to have animals. And for that, but to that end, really only horses or Thrumbo at that point, right? For the 160%, because 130% bonus speed is not that much different than having, like, bionic legs. Who's Med-Emergency? Why are you Med-Emergency? You're immune. Don't be sounding the alarm bells when you're fine. Alright, so the antenna did get made. I'll probably not want to summon anything until everyone's actually healed from the flu. But it will be 2 War Queens, or an Apocryton with a Diabolus, or 2 Diaboluses. So what mech attack to signal? 2 War Queens, 2 Diaboluses, 1 Apo, 1 Dio. I'm just going to start abbreviating them for my own sanity here. It would be neat if there was a new mech that just, like, was a caravan mech. I'd dig that. If there was a caravan mech that was really good at hauling on caravans, and you could ride on caravans, then, like, animals can just, you know, just be meat at that point. Except for you, buddy. Except for you. A truck? Yeah, like a truck. I'm just driving a car. Right, like, animals can be replaced by a car, so. I guess there is the Royal Shuttle that you can call it, not for this series, but for other series. And that would solve that. So Klein is just going to, grind out some additional components so that we can start gestating. Because I have 2 high cores now, ready to go. My colonist is so... Why aren't we even hauling to this oh, because foxes are so small. Here, let me add foxes to this butchery. I previously set up the butchery zone to only accept large corpses, so that we don't bother hauling the small ones in, because they're just not worth the effort. And that's why we weren't butchering the foxes that had died. Surprise is over the flu. We'll still have a huge amount of penalties until it clears a bit more, but I mean, that's good news. Once I get a... Oh yeah, we're starting to gestate the Legionnaire. The Legionary. Once I get the Legionary and the Tesseron gestated, I will start adding small turrets to the kill box as well. Crab's sad survivors. Well, if I know anything from Kenshi, these are actually just crab raiders. But we'll see. Alright, so 2 war queens. Got it. Current priority is... process the prisoners. Fight war queens. Do I offer refuge to the crab people? And now I have Futurama stuck in my head. Crab people, crab people. Fuck like. Can I scan the refugees? I could, if I arrested them and treated them really poorly. There's nothing stopping me from doing that, I suppose. Isn't that South Park? Well, I'm thinking of, Crab. Well, now I'm thinking of My Name is Earl, too. Thinking of Crabman. There's a lot of crab people references. There's South Parks, there's Futuramas, there's My Name is Earl. Artificial metabolism is done. I don't know what to research next because I'll just research archaeogenetics. Why not? And then have you guys vote after that. Looks like I need to start mining steel again. And I am officially out of construction tasks. So I'll embed more cables into the walls. Make things powered a little bit more easily. Oh, the whole right side could be embedded too. Another project I want to work on in case we have an infestation back here is to build the roof over this. So that if there is an infestation, I can very easily just burn them and kill them all. Because all I would need to do is throw 1 Molotov onto those electric cables that were left over. And that would take care of the infestation in a heartbeat. So you've got, you do want me to offer refuge to the crab people. Okay. By like 2 votes. So it's a Hussar, a Dirtmole, and maybe 2 baseliners? Oh, the problem is one of these is a child. I guess they're not a colonist, so I'll say it's acceptable. But our rules were kind of like no children. Whatever, I can bend the rules this one time. I am going to need additional accommodations for them. Sweet crab and Spinquart, Fields and Keller. Crab is a Hussar who's horrible at combat for Hussars. Hussars, for reference, have a +8 to shooting and melee, so she has a 1 and a 2. She's also 14. Okay, fine. For a 14-year-old, fine. Spinquart is typical Dirtmole. Very good at mining. Hates the sun. Fields is a 10-year-old girl who loves drugs and wants to get naked. Why? Why, Randy? What the hell? And then Hannah Keller, not Helen, but Hannah Keller, is a gourmand brawler who wants artificial body parts. And obviously needs lungs. Okay, let's hope. I think actually next patch they're setting it up so that children, refugees, there will be a setting in RimWorld that won't allow children refugees to betray you. But I'm not in next patch, so that means that it's also quite possible that Crab and her friends try to betray me, and I have to go kill like a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old. And this is why I had the rule of no children, because in this series, I didn't want to have to murder children. And then Randy's like, oh, but you will be. Yeah, I suppose you're right, Randy. You were right. I will be murdering children. Or watching children get murdered. Bit of both. Should I wait for the refugees to leave before war queening? Because, you know, there's a physical risk to the refugees. I think they'd be fine behind my walls, but I figured I'd pull for that anyway if you want me to risk a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old. Because this isn't the Wendigos. We actually try to be nice to allies compared to other series. Not to say that I accomplish it all that well, but attempts are made, at least. Although they knew what we were about. So if you vote no, I mean, I understand. The other thing is, you know, I don't even have a drug policy of no drugs. So you are going to be on Hussar drugs, and then everybody else is going to be on a no drug policy. The problem is, oh, that's not that's a clothing policy. The problem is the 10-year-old is chemically interested, and interested people don't abide by no drug policies. So it's also entirely possible that that 10-year-old ODs on flake or go juice and just dies, like, outright. And there's nothing I can do about it, because being chemically interested means that they ignore drug policies. So don't blame me when that happens, because I have a feeling it will happen, and Fields will go, ooh, go juice, shunk, and, you know, just outright die. Because, yeah. Give the 10-year-old tea. The problem is, chemically interested people just take drugs. They don't listen to policies at all. So I could give her tea, and then immediately she'll go, you know what? I want go juice instead. Because they aim to fill their chemical interest. But, you know, they ignore policies entirely. So if I keep, like, doping her with drugs, okay, maybe she keeps herself safe. But yeah. The Hussar is a teetotaler, but Hussars will ignore their teetotalerism, whatever. The fact that they're a teetotaler to stay alive. So that part's good. Because both my Hussars are actually teetotalers. Critical Foxes is also a teetotaler, just by chance. But Hussars and anyone that has a dependency on drugs will ignore that dependency for self-preservation. Can I put the go juice in the money shaft and sell the other hard drugs? No, I won't be. I mean, I could, but I don't care. I'm not changing my colony around to suit someone that asked me for help. That's not reasonable. You know, it'd be like, to draw a parallel, it'd be like me showing up to someone's house going, I'm a vegetarian, so can you throw all the meat in your house? No? That's a ridiculous request. You know? If anyone makes that request, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, but, no, I won't be doing that. Would be a totally reasonable response. Hey, Keller, I don't need you mining, because I have 2 Dirtmoles that are going to do it better. Yeah, like the lady that was vegan that called the cops on her neighbors because the neighbors were barbecuing meat. That is so ridiculously unreasonable. It's like, It's like, I'm sorry, but if you don't want neighbors that eat meat, go move to a vegan commune. There are, like, actual vegan communes, and you can design your whole life around it and kick out the meat eaters in your vegan commune. But unless you have a vegan commune, your rules, your personal... You know, it's the same concept of, like, I don't particularly care for proselytism. It's like, I don't care what religions you believe in, but don't impose it on me. I don't want your own personal beliefs to be imposed on me in any way. So I don't mind that you know, have your own personal beliefs, but they're yours. They're not mine. Don't force them on me. It's the same sort of concept of, you know, okay, you're bringing a whole bunch of children that really want to do drugs in my community. Well, some of my colonists rely on drugs, hard drugs, for survival. And we're not going to hide my hard drugs because your children have drug problems. It's very strange. So the Dirtmole probably should be on a night schedule because they hate the sun. Any other quick sleeping teetotaler? Okay. Chemical interest nudists? No. Okay, there's not really any other accommodations that need to be made. So yeah, I will accommodate to some degree or another, but not fully. So this will be for Fields, and then Keller. And once I get their bedrooms up, I will start war queening. Just gotta finish that bedroom. Can you paint grass? No, you can only paint constructed things. You can't paint natural tiles or anything like that. Well, that's not exactly true. You can paint natural marble and floors that were smooth. Oh, hey, there we go. We got Vivoni. You sound like a phone plan. But she hasn't converted yet, so she's going to go, unfortunately for her, straight back into the prison until she converts. But I should arrest her with someone that is good at it. Because the chance of her resisting Turtle is very high, and then Turtle would kill her. Actually, this is a bit of a conundrum. Because I think if we re-arrest her, isn't she just an animal again? No, she's a person now. Yeah, okay, she's a person. Okay, that's good. Because, yeah, the worry is wild people can't be converted because they are wild. They're animals, right? You have to tame them. And my worry is that if we re-arrested her, she'd go back to being an animal, but no. She's now a human prisoner and probably doesn't want to be naked. So I probably should have let her put clothing on before I re-arrested her. Maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll release her, let her wear clothing because she's not a nudist, and then re-arrest her. She is a recluse, though. She's really not going to enjoy this colony because this colony has a bunch of people in it. And that's a problem for a recluse. But, whatever. She chose to join. Or, you chose to add her. So she's about to have a mental break. We'll have her throw clothing on and they'll re-imprison. So she's good now. Have her eat a meal. Oh, nope. Have her eat a meal. I'm gonna have her, oh, your ideology forbids drugs. Okay. Right back into the prison for you. Wait, no, stop letting her out. Granted, that's my fault, but cut it out. Convert. How long to convert? I have no idea. It's all chance. So, as long as it takes. Oh, a cold snap. That's nice. I had improved this so that we could convert one person through rituals. I did just get a bit more jade, so I'm actually going to fully jade up the room first before trying to run a ritual. But then I'll run a ritual to see if we can't convert one of them. And I know that I have not yet war queened yet, but I've just been dealing with a lot of other side things now. Keller, don't try to convert Turtle. Oh! Yeah, good. Oh, well, you're winning. Hey, Daedora. Go beat up the, and Kirby. She went on a murderous rage and tried to kill Jet. Alright, all my plants are about to die because of the cold snap. All 5 of them. Okay, I don't care. Who do we convert first? Jet or Vav? Your name is Vav now. You may not like it, but it's the name I grant you. I'm also going to need heaters for the guest bedrooms, because this cold snap is real cold. Kirby helped punch Vav and then immediately started cleaning up Vav's blood. Yeah, good robot. Yet another point for Team Robot over Team Animal. Would animals clean up that blood? No, they wouldn't. They'd probably be bleeding instead and dragging that blood everywhere in the colony, right? I'm just kidding. I don't hate animals that much. So... Gestation cycles, 3 of 4 for the Legionary. It's coming along. The bedrooms are warmish. Maybe not as comfortable as they could be, but I'm not, you know, they're good enough. Let's get another heater in there. And I'm going to say try to convert Jet first. So Jet... We're not at 100% room impressiveness, but it's close enough. It's like 1% off. It's not a big deal. It was effective, and he's converted it, I believe. Not yet, but like 0% left. So that should be pretty quick. Alright, tomorrow morning will be War Queen time. A lot of people idle, holy cow. You'd think they'd be happier with all this idle downtime. They're still as pissy as ever. The refugees participating is a little weird, but it's a really good method of using refugees because it helps to add pop to the ritual, which makes makes the rituals work better. Oh, Fields, you were dying of hypothermia. How about you, wander back, yeah? All right, so Jet has converted, and I will recruit now. Okay, so we have a suicidal 10-year-old in the community. That seems that seems good. Nice and healthy. That's gonna go over well. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, I don't think I'm going to be using the refugees, maybe the Hussar, but I'm probably not going to use the other refugees for this War Queen. And I'm going to give the Hussar an SMG, for better or for worse. Maybe she betrays us, but if she does, she'll have a pretty brutal awakening. Thank you for tuning in to We Are Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 13th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Adios, friends.